Troy's princess, Cassandra, wasn't cruel to her soon-to-be sister-in-law, the legendary beauty Helen, out of spite. It was because she was suffering under the weight of a tortuously twisted curse, which haunted her with appalling visions linked to Helen's arrival. Helen was already married to the Spartan king, Menelaus, after all. And when Cassandra's brother, Prince Paris, prepared to sail to Sparta, she foresaw his calamitous attachment to Helen and begged him to stay. But he'd merely dismissed her, fallen for Helen, and returned to Troy with her in tow. Beset by violent premonitions, Cassandra then warned that Menelaus' vengeful crusade would lead to the brutal fall of their family and the city of Troy. But once again, people ignored her. In fact, they always did, and this was the crux of her curse. As a young woman, she had been pursued by the god Apollo. He offered her the gift of prophecy, but when she withdrew from his advances, he twisted his gift into a maddening hex. From that day on, Cassandra would be able to precisely see and describe the future, but her prophecies would never be believed. Despite this, Cassandra resolved to always speak the truth, even as her family fell deeper into denial. Her dire warnings became increasingly repellent to her father, Trojan King Priam, and when the war began, as she predicted, he declared that her meddling was bad for morale and confined her to a high tower. From this unobstructed lookout, Cassandra watched everything unfold. Over 10 agonizing years, she witnessed her own grisly visions of senseless destruction come to pass on the battlefield below. When dawn broke one day to reveal a huge wooden horse in place of the Greek encampment, the Trojans believed that the victory had finally been secured. Their enemies appeared to have fled, leaving this inscrutable token of peace behind. But as others streamed into the streets to celebrate, Cassandra realized the insidious truth. Brandishing a battle axe and a flaming torch, she descended from the tower and ran at the wooden horse, alerting everyone that it was a trick. Instead of heeding Cassandra's warnings, they wrestled her to the ground and scoffed that she was getting more paranoid with age, then proceeded to tug the behemoth gift horse inside the city's walls. As Troy fell into an oblivious slumber that night, Greek soldiers descended from the wooden horse's belly. All had gone according to plan, and they scattered among the city streets, intoxicated with their victory, to unleash a torrent of pent-up, violent chaos. Cassandra had seen her city burn and heard her people's screams many times, but that didn't make the reality any easier to bear. Her nightmare had come to pass. As dawn neared, the commander of the Greek army, Agamemnon himself, arrived to claim Cassandra as his prize. He dragged her back to his ship, boasting relentlessly of his victory as they set sail. But Cassandra told him plainly that he'd be punished. Earlier in the years of battle, Agamemnon had sacrificed his daughter to the war effort, hoping the gods would favor the Greeks in return. Now, Cassandra saw that his wife, Clytemnestra, awaited his return, poised for revenge. But just as certainly as she saw that Agamemnon was sailing towards his own murder, Cassandra saw that she would also be killed in the fallout. As always, she confronted the grim fate. In her lonely pact with the truth, no matter how ugly, Cassandra had always stood apart. After all, was it not her, but everyone else, who had fallen victim to the curse, living in deceit's shadow, oblivious to reality until the bitter end? The stories that we pass down help us better understand the past, and sometimes even the present. Subscribe to this channel and never miss a myth.